Hey everyone, this is Grace here. Welcome to Go for Glee. Hope you are all doing well. This is a space for art, home decor, DIY, lifestyle, and much more. So, for a whole year, I didn't have any blooms on the desert rose, and then after a year, boom, hello, and such beauty inspires me to paint. Actually, I don't need a reason to paint florals. I just paint florals all the time. It gives me a lot of joy, even if it just means peeling off the tape after I complete watercolor painting. Today I am going to take you through a small sketchbook tour, and then if you're a watercolor beginner, then this video is definitely for you. Painting flowers and leaves. I hope you like what I have painted in my sketchbook. It's a lovely way to paint something every day, and so that you are in touch with it. As you practice, you get better, and that's the only advice I can give for a beginner. You have to be at it all the time, and every day you'll see the improvement. For me, it's just like connecting the dots. If you don't believe me, then just keep watching. It is as simple as connecting the dots. In watercolors, the pigment ratio to the water is something that you need to learn to control. I'm using a sketchbook specially meant for watercolors, and I will link the products in the description box. This is, of course, the sketchbook is from a local store, but you can find plenty of options online too. Using watercolor paper, you can't skip that step, because only then your flowers will be able to shine. So equipment is something that you need to have. It's very basic and very easily available here, and just like that, you have a pretty sprig of flowers, as easy as connecting the dots. I hope you believe me now. So as a beginner, I suggest that everybody who's starting watercolors should keep their compositions simple, and the ratio of water a little less, because otherwise it can quickly turn into a mess. Because watercolors teaches you many things. If I can sum it in a way, it is like watercolors goes with the flow. So if you put down water and then if you touch your brush there, it will flow in that direction. So you have to be mindful of the fact that to place the paint brush in the proper way. You can easily try these, and roses coming up in 3, 2, 1. So painting flowers and leaves in watercolors has taught me a lot of patience, because I am used to painting in acrylic, which is otherwise the opposite of watercolors and is a very fast drying medium. Whereas in watercolors, I need to slow down my process, because I need to allow the layers to dry. I cannot touch it if I need to put another layer, because that's the way the medium is. So I suggest, when you are dropping in paint, and not to fuss too much about it in the beginning, because sometimes in watercolors, when you try to fuss too much with a composition, it can get worse than it getting better. So a composition of 3 is always a good idea, because it is pleasing to the eye and it looks nice as a composition. I am painting these roses in real time, so hope you enjoy them, and please watch till the end. I hope this inspires you, motivates you, or pushes you a little towards taking the step towards painting flowers and leaves in watercolors. My wish for all of you is, may art find you, and may you find art. It's absolutely okay to make mistakes. We all do when we are starting out. One need not be scared of attempting to paint. The main thing is to start painting. And if you like the content and the paintings, please do consider subscribing. I would be thrilled if you join the Go for Glee family. And also check out my other videos. There are some DIYs and some home decor and also art, so please check that out. I will leave them in the description box and link one of my other exhibition video at the end of this video, so please do that. And don't forget to like, comment and share. I anchored this whole composition by giving it a small basket and a small message to stay blessed everybody, and like always, wishing you good health, happiness and glee.